Welcome to another edition of Vigorously with me, Val Kleinhans. We've got a lot to celebrate in this episode because we've got Atara Glazer of Plastic Rhino in the building. We're going to chat about the new single. We're soaked. Atara,
Hi.
welcome. How are you? We're busy right now. We got the dogs,
Thank
we got the
you.
chaos, all
A
the
little
above.
bit. Another day in the musician's life.
Yes, the crazy schedule. Well,
And the dogs, ignore the dog sounds. They're going to be making little sounds in the background. So
that's
just,
okay.
just
They're
ignore them.
They're just moral support. Well, I speaking of busy musician life, I know you did just have a blast at NAMM not too long ago. How did singing backup
Yes.
for Chris Jericho happen?
Oh man. I mean, so we were the backup singers for the whole night, and he was kind of a last minute addition. And I was really hoping that his song would require backing vocals, and it did. And I was just so happy because that was like so amazing to sing with him and to sing for Nuno Betancourt and to sing
Mm.
with Doug Aldrich and to sing with Polly Z. And oh my God, the names go on and on. Tiffany. Like it was just like such a stacked night of names in the entertainment industry. And then Corey Feldman showed up at the end, so we sang with him. It was very fun. I loved it.
Wow. So what goes into making that happen? You already knew that you were going to do backing vocals, you just didn't know who
Yes.
for? Is that
Yeah, I mean, it's a big event that Polly Z puts on, and it's for his foundation. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry, doggy's barking.
That's
It's
okay.
okay, guys. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. You're fine. It's because there's people on the side of the road.
Oh,
So it's for his Polly's the Z Foundation, and it helps raise money for kids so they can have music education. So he was putting the show on along with the um, audio company that I'm forgetting their name right now. Is it RCW or RCF or
hmm.
something? And they they were planning the night, and then I've known Polly for very many years, and used to sing a lot of backing with him and his band and for the ultimate jam night. So he's really good to his people. So he asked me to come back and do it again, and of course I said yes. And I didn't really know the names yet, like there were a couple lists, but with these events you always know you're going to have some pretty cool names that
Hmm.
happened for you. So yeah, I was very excited. And then Chris Jericho was added, and it was just like, oh my God, because Jack, my partner, and the other half of Plastic Rhino is the biggest wrestling fan. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool for me to be like, guess who I'm singing with?
That
And got
had
a
to be.
photo with him, and it was so nice. Yeah, it was nice. And Nuno was so nice. Everyone was so nice. Oh my God. It was like a dream.
Oh, I love that. And the last time that we talked was really to chat about I Rise. At that time, it was a new single. And a big
Yeah.
part of why we're here today is Dark Horizon, the newest
Yeah.
single. So,
Woohoo.
when you compare the two songs musically, Dark Horizon is heavier for you. You guys are pushing yourselves musically. Was that intentional?
Yes, we've been trying to go in this direction for a while now. Like we've really wanted to tap into the heavier, the metal, the new metal. As the years have gone on, I've like gotten better with my screams, my fry screams. So like I just really wanted to do a song where I could fully showcase them and sing as well, and then like just really like do the heavy because we are both such metalheads, and
Hmm.
we love all the new metal, and I love like all the female fronted metal that's finally getting some traction right now in the world, Spirit Box,
Yes.
Poppy, all of it. And it's like it's really nice to finally see women being able and accepted in that metal world that's been so dominated by men for so long. So it's like, all right, it's now or never. Let's get on this bandwagon. So this was the perfect song. Jack came to us with this really cool idea, this like little synth track he recorded, which is pretty much the Halloween theme backwards.
Oh,
Because he's a big,
really?
yeah, he's a big Halloween nerd. So he recorded that. He like laid a little bit of drums and guitar, and we just took it from there. And I started writing this song that to me was like a little System of a Down. And then Jack and our producer Tom were like writing these elements that were kind of Avenged Sevenfold
Mhm.
meets uh, uh, Kill Switch Engage. And then it was like, oh, okay, it'd be cool to do this like uh, back and forth singing, scream sing thing. And then I was like, why don't you do it, Jack? And so
Ah,
this is Jack's big scream debut.
it is. Well, okay, so I was going to make that point because no, from what I've heard of you before, there is no screaming, at least definitely not from Jack. So
Yeah.
what, tell me about the prep that he had to do to get there. And
I
what was
mean,
he willing?
he's been a lot more willing lately with singing. Yeah, I think he feels a lot more confident with his singing. The screaming was definitely very new to him, but he listens to all that stuff, and it was kind of like I gave him like a quick little lesson and where you should put your vocals, how not to hurt them, like
Mm.
don't over push, and then he found it very quickly, which I think it comes a lot more naturally to men than women. So yeah, just it worked out. He recorded it. It was perfect. We were like, that's it.
What do you think the message behind Dark Horizon is? What do you want us to take from it?
So this song is about, living with uh depression and being able to like embrace it finally instead of
Mhm.
hating it and making it ruin your life. I wrote this song about being like, depression is my friend. We are besties and we go on all these adventures together. And when she pops up and rears her ugly head, I just go, okay, let's go. I'm not letting you like bring me down. I'm not letting you change my life. Like, I'm going to push through it and I'm just going to keep living and you're not going to get the best of me pretty much. So that's kind of what the lyrics are about. And, I think a lot of people in this day and age with everything going on have been feeling a lot of
Yes.
darkness and sadness. And this song is kind of about don't let that bring you down. Like, keep living, keep doing your thing. Life sucks, and these, feelings are going to come up, and you just got to embrace them, feel them, and then just somehow be able to push them out of the way or just let them wrap around you and then just still keep going because we can't
Right.
give up, right? We can't give up hope. Like, you got to keep living.
Yeah, anybody who has been genuinely depressed before, I think they completely understand that. They understand the importance of just getting up and doing one thing, whatever the
Yeah.
one thing is. If you
Yeah.
can get up and do the one thing, then that starts you on the trajectory of, okay, maybe I can just sort of naturally pull myself out of this. It's hard. Sometimes it's easier said than done, especially when, as you pointed out, there is as much going on externally as there is
Yeah.
regardless of where you fall politically, there's a lot happening
Yeah.
in our country, and it can be exhausting. And sometimes the key is just movement, like you're talking about, and the
Yeah.
conscious decision to say, no, I'm not gonna, yes, all right, this is with me right now, but I don't have to stay there. I don't have to live there. What
Mhm.
is it that you do to pull yourself out of a funk or protect your peace?
For me, it's about movement and exercise.
Mm.
I have to do my I'm a big reformer Pilates advocate. I have a bulging disc that just causes me nonstop pain in my back, especially as I've gotten older. And if I don't have my Pilates and I don't do it like after more than 3 days, my whole body just starts shutting down.
Mm.
So for me, it's like I have to move and I have to do that in order for myself not to live in pain in my lower back. And I've felt that that helps so much mentally too. Like it's just amazing what it can do for your mind when you work out. And you don't have to sweat your ass off, like small
No,
movements, just
just
going for a
something.
walk for half an hour. Yeah, it just helps so much to move. You just got to move. That's the key is you got to get up, you got to move.
Right. I watched you move in the Dark Horizon video. You are jumping. We're moving around. We got chairs going on. We got people screaming into phones. We got
Oh
a lot.
yeah.
We got a lot going on in this video. But I mean, the girlies are gonna girly. I had to pay attention to the outfit. Did you style yourself? I need to know.
Of course, always.
Yes. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. I think
Thank you. Thank you.
you captured the vibe of like a Courtney, LaPlante or an Amy Lee. Like you
Thank you.
captured what you were going for. I freaking loved it. So
And yeah, that's what I think most women have to do too within the metal world is you have to bring the feminine to the harsh, to the
yes.
hard.
And
So I
there's a
get it.
way to do it with edge. And to me,
Yes,
Amy and Courtney have been two examples that for me have figured it out when it comes to fashion. They have
absolutely.
figured it out. They
Yeah.
have figured out how to do femininity with an edge. It could be fishnets and a skirt, but it's boots that will kick your ass. Or
Yep,
like
exactly.
there's a way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, 1,000% agree. Yeah.
What do you think makes a great music video?
Um, I mean, it comes down to the director and the editing, I think,
Mhm.
because like any music video can be really silly or really cool if you just add in the right elements, the right editing, the right lighting, the right quick flashes. Like, like for in this video, we used a lot of the camera shaking element to kind of like create that like harsher, like almost earthquake feeling, like nothing is
Yeah.
stable. I think that it really like because music videos can be so simple. Like this is probably the simplest music video we've ever done, right? Our performance music video. We've never really done that. All of our music videos always been these crazy storytelling things in the past.
Hmm.
So for this one, we were like, okay, let's just do like a traditional. We perform, we'll tell a little bit of a story. Doesn't necessarily have to make sense, but I think it comes down to the director and the editing. And Ron Geffen, who we love to work with, and he's our guy, is amazing at what he does, and he's so fast. So I think it really just comes down to hiring someone that knows what they're doing after the fact.
Yeah. Ron seemed to be pretty involved just as a whole with this entire project. Like
Yes, he was very
production,
involved in
video.
this song. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he was very involved in this song, and we love him for that. Thanks, Ron.
Well, and I wanted to talk about that because last time we were chatting, you talked about Plastic Rhino doing so much of the marketing, the promo, and I mean the creating the music, obviously, everything that comes with that. You guys are doing so much of it on your own.
Yes.
And I know about the inclusion of Ron now. Have you since been building your team? Is it getting easier?
So we actually did try a label for a hot second, and that was a terrible decision. So
Ah,
we immediately pulled out and yeah, realized again, like it really is just better to just do it on your own at this point in this day and age if you know what you're doing.
mhm.
We always hire, PR for our singles. Right now we're working with Lynn with Elite Recording, and she's amazing. And I think it's really important to have that person to help you reach out to get this kind of stuff, the press, the interviews, the podcast, to get your song in front of eyes that you may necessarily not have the connections with. But as far as everything else, yeah, it fell back on our shoulders. And once again, Jack and I are doing everything. Ron's always been a part of our team especially the last past year's songs. He's always been doing the
Mhm.
mixing and mastering on all the songs. For this one, he was definitely a lot more involved. He actually recorded the drum track for this song. So
Mm,
yeah, but we still kind of keep it to our small little quartet of Jack and I, and then our producer Tom and Ron, and Lynn's doing PR for us this time. So
yeah.
small team.
And we want it that way. It pays to take notes and learn, and sometimes you don't learn until you're actually in it. I've been there
Yep.
before. It's like anybody with any kind of job. You don't know what the environment's going to be like or what the day-to-day is until you're at the job, doing the job Monday through Friday or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, but I'm curious, what was it about your experience with the label that made you say, not for us?
A lot of big false promises that seem to
Mm,
never be delivered, and a lot of like, okay, I need you to front some money for this, and this is going to be huge, and then didn't happen. I'm like, okay, well, where did my money go? Because I'm not seeing anything
Mm.
with it. And so I was like, never mind. Let me just take my money and use the people and the companies that I know that work, that I know from years of experience that I actually get results for, instead of
Mhm.
just throwing my money at something and never knowing if it actually works.
Yeah. To your credit, you have built that network, especially in Southern California, everywhere.
Yeah, yes. And I whether you're working with playlist companies, like there's a lot of shady companies out there these days, sadly, especially for musicians that, will hit you up and promise all these big things for this much money. And, it always looks good on paper.
Mm.
But the only way to find out if they actually do anything is sometimes you take the leap and hope for the best. And I've been lucky enough because I actually use Reddit a lot. I will go on Reddit and I will literally type in, "Is this company a fraud?"
And you'll get answers.
Yeah, and Reddit has never let me down.
They were right. That's funny.
Yeah, so it's a great way to check out and be like, this sounds too good to be true. Let me go see if it is. And if usually when it's too good to be true, it's usually fraudulent. So yeah,
Yeah.
no
Well,
matter what, there's no easy way to the top. Like AC/DC said, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
it but it does get a little bit easier when you find genuine friends and
Absolutely.
people who are truly on your team, so to speak. You, like I said, you've done a great job of that, building that network in your area locally. What are
Thank
some
you.
of your tips and tricks toward doing that for anybody that's working on that?
It's definitely find your community, find your music friends, find bands that are similar to your sound that you want to play with,
Mm,
that you, that you guys like have similar friends. More people will, up to see multiple friends bands than just one on a
mhm.
random night. Like, unfortunately, with all the pay to play around LA these days, you get put on some
Everywhere.
random bill. Let's example, Viper Room is a big one on Saturday nights. Sadly, the booker there just books the complete randomest bands together. Like nothing is lined up, nothing syncs up, and expects you to bring like 40 people for just your one band. And sure, if you have a good following, that's great, but then no one's going to stick around and see the other band because they're like
Mm,
playing some weird Celtic folk music, and you're like, how does this
doesn't
isn't
vibe.
what we play. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you have to take the initiative, you have to put the shows on, you have to reach out to the venues, be like, I want to put this night on, here's all the bands I want to have on my bill. Most bookers are pretty cool with it, and they're like, oh, that sounds great, let me do that, including our show coming up on March 7th. We're doing it at Unfriendly Studios, which is owned by Metal Sanaz, who used to be a huge MySpace
Yes, I
music
remember
host.
her.
Yeah. Yeah, so she has this awesome studio now in North Hollywood where she puts on live events. And so we put together a female fronted metal night. It's going to be us and Evil Walks and Sapien Scar. And every one of us are similar in our music sound, so no one's going to be disappointed. Everyone knows what they're getting for the night, and it should be a really great night of music.
Yeah. That's the key. That's what binds us together. I mean,
Yep.
we talked a little bit last time about cover songs too, speaking of music, and just discussed
Mhm.
how musicians can feel about them. Some love them, some hate them. Y'all were definitely
Yeah.
in favor of them. Case in point, your most recent
Yeah.
cover of Hole in the Sky
Yeah.
honoring Ozzy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, exactly. You got to make it your own. And I feel like we really did. We took that song, we made it our own, we added our little twist to it, and kind of wanted to to pay our homage to the king, but then
mhm.
also make it a Plastic Rhino song. And I feel like we did. I feel
I
like we did
think
a
you
great
did
job on that
too.
one.
There's some
Thank you.
electronic sounds. There's,
Yeah.
I mean, definitely some heavy guitar, but that's not a surprise for you guys. And
Yeah.
That part wasn't hard, but the fact that I heard a slightly electronic version, I was like, okay, that has captured my interest. That's new, that's different. That's something
Yeah.
that I want to hear. When you're crafting a cover, what is top
Mhm.
of mind for you when it comes to putting your signature sound on it?
Yeah, you definitely have to figure out like what is Plastic Rhino's thing? Like what are we doing right now and how can we implement that into the sound? So it was about like making the beat a little bit more like electronic sounding, adding those synth elements to it. Um, Believe it or not, I believe the tempo is no, it's different tempo than the original. We did speed it up a little bit. So, but we did that like pulsating drum beat
Hmm.
underneath it. It's very Depeche Mode. So we were trying to take like other elements from bands that we love and put it in. And I kept the original key that Ozzy sings in because it's like his highest song he ever sings in, and
Yes.
it's high. And I was like, he doesn't ever sing in this key anymore. Let's do that. Let's keep the original key at least because man, he worked for those vocals on the original. So we kept the key the same. But yeah, and then we wanted to obviously we changed the structure around a little bit, and that actually is a great way to also make your song your own, is changing the structure around of the original song.
Yeah. Ahead of it, I mean, it's an iconic song, it's a memorable song. When you knew about it before, did you know vocally that you could nail it? Did you feel confident?
Yeah, I have a pretty wide range. So I knew for sure that I could nail it, but I wanted to like be able to kind of nail the Aussie in my
Hmm.
vocals a little bit. So there was a lot of huh, there was a lot
Hmm.
of hole in the sky high, like because that's what he does. So I was trying to like give the vocals to the originality of how he sang it a little bit.
Hmm. I love that. Are there plans for future covers?
Oh, yeah, you never know. Like I mean, we definitely want to do a lot more covers, like how Hailstorm did a couple albums
Hmm.
where they just did covers. Like we've always talked about doing something like that where we just release like four covers in a row with our own twist on it. So yeah, you never know.
And I know we talk, obviously, we know the singles coming out. You just mentioned the show that you've got coming up. After Dark Horizon and its release, Beyond, what are we excited for? What are we looking forward to in the world of Plastic Rhino?
I mean, I think we want to do one more song, put together an EP. We're trying to get ourselves together to tour in Europe because we seem to have a lot of fans
Hmm.
in the Europe, in the Germany and the France and the Italy. We seem to have a lot of fans in Mexico too. Hole in the Sky is doing really well in Mexico City. So it's fun to see like the different parts of the world that your songs get played in, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like we just someone in Omaha, Nebraska loves us. Shout outs to whoever in Omaha, Nebraska is playing us like 30 times a week. And
Wow.
every song too, not just a particular song. So
That that speaks to the culture, I think, man. You're nailing whatever their culture is wherever they're at. And
yeah.
from the list that you just gave me, it's the rockers of the world.
Oh, absolutely. The rockers of the world.
The
Yeah.
rockers of the world are hanging on.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Do you think Mexico, logistically, when it comes to setting up a tour, I know you're doing a lot of
Yeah.
this on your own. Do you think Mexico might be easiest when it comes to crossing that international boundary?
I do think so. Yeah, just because it's super close to us, and California is very in that Latino culture already,
Hmm.
so it's not like a big shift or change. Jack actually speaks Spanish pretty well, so I think we do pretty well doing a quick tour down there. Europe, you know, Germany is where my ancestors come from, so
Ah,
I know I would feel fine in Germany. I can't speak the language at all, but I think we
right.
do we do well in Germany.
Yeah, enough of them know English. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Atara, I cannot wait
We
for
love Europe.
Well, Atara, I cannot wait for the release of Dark Horizon. It's on the way soon. We've got it marked on our calendars. Thank you so much for chatting with me today and spending some time.
Thank you so much, and sorry about the ambiance and the dogs.
This is
Hope
the
they weren't too
essence.
noisy in the background there.
No, I actually
It's
I
the
didn't
essence.
I didn't hear them. I didn't hear them once, but this is what vigorously is. You're still doing the
Wow.
thing with
Okay.
some effort and energy. So you're still doing the thing. It counts.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
yeah, we did it.